Welcome back to Everything Whiskey. I'm Callum.
And I'm Sam.
And today we're reviewing Compass Box's The Peat Monster.
Alright, so, Compass Box. This is, I believe they're based out of Europe somewhere, or UK or something like that. They're not a distillery, but they also say they're not blenders. They say they're whiskey makers. That's like one word. Some word. It's not in the dictionary that they even say it's not. It's just, you know, they're basically blenders, but they're more, I think, like well-trained, they're saying. Like they've got what?
Blended malt scotch on the box.
No, like they're blenders, but as in they're trying to say it's more than just like they're blenders. Like they're really putting a lot of effort and stuff into what they're putting into their blends. But yeah, they don't distill anything, but they kind of collect things from other distilleries and put it together to create something of their own and release it. And they're quite good. They're really candid with their information. There's no hiding that they're blenders. They say it right off. Like that's their whole thing, is that they don't make any of their own whiskey like themselves in distilling, but they make it when they put it all together and mix it. Now the Peat Monster from memory is mostly Caol Ila, a couple different types of barrels, and a punch, maybe 30% of Laphroaig, and like another 2% here and there of other things. So you get a little bit of information, but not like a ton. Now it's 46%, 25 standards, 700ml bottle, and I have to say this is the first Compass Box I've ever tried, because in Australia I think they literally just got here in like Dan Murphy's and stuff. Like we haven't been able to buy them till now. But I've heard really good things, and starting with this one, I think it's pretty good. It seems pretty good. It's a good start. It smells.
It's very
Lagavulin-y?
Yeah, I would say Lagavulin over. I know that you've said that there's a large part of Laphroaig and Caol Ila in there, but I would mainly say Lagavulin.
I don't even remember what Caol Ila tastes like though, because I haven't had that in like 2 years, to be honest. So I don't know. It might.
Yeah, my memory of Isla's weren't too fun back then as well.
We didn't know what the hell we were doing. So it does smell like a Lagavulin with maybe a touch of Laphroaig in it. Like a little bit more brine than Lagavulin, but sweeter than Lagavulin as well. It's pretty sweet nose, like honeysuckle.
It's fairly earthy as well.
It's got some earthiness, there's some brine, definite peat. Nothing
it's nothing overwhelming, like
nothing to the level of Laphroaig or Ardbeg or stuff like that. Even Lagavulin maybe, but it's still
like an
definitely
Ardmore kind of peat, I reckon. Maybe just a
maybe
touch
a bit
more,
maybe a Bowmore style peat.
I can get used to the new.
I know. This is a new backdrop. If you haven't, this is the first time coming to our channel. We've just built this today, so we've got a few more changes to make before it's completely done. But this is, for the most part, what we got. We've got about half our collection up on the wall, but we're gonna have to get more shelving to put the rest of it. But,
it should make it easier to compare.
We've got a Bowmore 10 there. We've got a Bowmore 12, but I don't think it's up there.
No, it's not.
But yeah, no, I think it's a bit more like a Bowmore peat. I think it's a bit more toned down, but it's still definitely there. I really get like a milk chocolatey sweetness out of this.
Is there a high blend in this at all? So I get that like multi funk, like a Highland or something. So I get like
might have been.
I get like a multi funk behind the peat.
That Highland Speyside multi, yeah.
You get that?
A little bit, yeah. That earthiness that you said before.
I enjoy the nose on this.
I've been smelling this for a while. It's a really nice nose. It's very sweet. It's very earthy. It's peaty. It's briny. It's very Isla-y. It's not anything crazy. It's a bit more friendly Isla, I'd say, on the nose.
It's a bit more nutty on the taste. Those earth notes kind of.
Oh, kick.
Yeah, the earth notes come through, and there's a bit more There's like nuts. I don't know what kind of nut. Maybe like cashew.
The friendliness on the nose isn't there as much on the palate. It's spikier.
Still there at all.
The sweetness, that milk chocolate sweetness, just isn't there on the palate. Yeah, I think it's a bit more waxy nut as well, and more earthy. A bit more peat on the palate than the nose as well. Wonder schnapp.
I actually really enjoy this whiskey.
It's good, yeah. I'm really happily surprised about this. Like, I had high hopes, actually, not surprised, for Compass Box, because I've heard good things from, Whiskey Vault and stuff. They've talked about Compass Box pretty highly, so I wasn't expecting it to be bad or anything, but I don't know. Just, it's good. I like it. It's kind of, I'd put it between, I don't know, what would you put it between? A Lagavulin and a Bowmore, maybe?
I wish I could remember what the Talisker tasted like. Not the Talisker 10, the Talisker Sky. Is that what it's called? Isle of Sky or something like that?
Not the Storm. What's the?
Oh yeah, that's it. The
one?
Storm.
The Storm, I think, is the PDO one.
I reckon it's a bit more.
I don't know. It's got like the clean.
Is it PDO or the Storm that?
I don't have no idea. It's got the.
Can't remember.
It's got the clean peat of the Bowmore, like that fresh, clean peat. But it's also got
It's got like fresh brine and Lager 8.
It's got some earthy sweetness to it, like Lagavulin 16. Yeah, maybe Lagavulin 8 as well.
Yeah.
Touch. I don't get a lot of Lafroig, maybe some of the brine, but that's pretty consistent with a lot of.
I reckon the select brine. You know how the brine and the select's a bit more punchy rather than the smokiness. I reckon the select's.
No, it's a triple.
We've got the select up there.
Yeah.
I reckon it's between select Bowmore and then Lagavulin 8. That would be my. If I didn't know what whiskies they'd blended, I would say those three.
It's hard to describe. It's like it's a blend, and we're trying to kind of guess, like, I mean, we know what's in it, but as in we're trying to kind of ballpark for us where we would put it in between all the Islers, because it does sit somewhere between all the pretty popular Islers out there. It's not unlike any of them. It's really kind of got a bit from all of them. Yeah, I think Bowmore, Lagavulin, a little bit of Lafroig. You'll recognise this as Isla. This is it's good.
And this was only about 80-osh. It was about $80-ish. So,
which in Australia is good, especially for Isla.
It's pretty good, yeah. So, like all those whiskies that we were comparing are 85 plus. So this is cheaper.
It's about on par with a Ardbeg 10, a little bit cheaper than a Lafroig 10. It's around that same price.
Yeah, Lafroig's about $90. Ardbeg's about 80.
I reckon it's as good as it's. I think Ardbeg's probably my favourite. I don't think it stands out as being particularly worse than either Lafroig 10 or Ardbeg 10. I think it's a good Isla. It's a good substitute if you're kind of sick of those two. I think that's fine. I don't think it's asking too much at all. They don't chill filter or anything like that. They don't put food dyes. You can tell it's really pale. I don't know.
I actually thoroughly enjoy this. I would happily buy this again.
A little water dropper, which speak of, we should probably add that before we finish it.
Yeah.
Do you want a little bit more? Or is it?
Yeah, I'll put a little bit more in.
What is this side?
Drizzle, because got a few more removes to come. Removes. I don't want to speak already, so just a couple of drops, I reckon. This is already
3 tiny drops.
Alright, so with the water.
Smells pretty similar. Sweetness is a bit toned down on the nose.
Yeah, it smells like with a bit of water in it, this smells a bit more like the Bowmore 12.
Yeah, a bit fresher.
Yeah. Rather than the Lagavulin and all that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna taste this.
Tastes more Lafroig to me.
It's a bit more boring though. I like those sharp.
A bit more chemically. I think it's good without water, to be honest, for us.
Yeah, I like those sharp hits though.
It's more like the 10, not the 12. The 12 is sherry finished. You're wrong.
Sorry.
Shame.
It's too many whiskeys, sorry.
Yeah.
What's in the encyclopedia?
I think it's good with water. Try it, but for us, it's probably at 46%. It's not I don't know. It's not going to do much for us. We like higher proof, so I wouldn't really want to take whiskies below 46. To be honest, so I'd leave it where it is. I like it. I think it's good. I'd buy this again, definitely.
This would be like my after dinner drinker, I reckon.
I think it's
Sit
a good
down in front of the TV.
It's a good. It's just one of those good middle of the road bar cart Isla whiskies you have. It's not one of those primo ones that cost a lot that you want to share to people, but it's also not offensive at all, and it's no one would turn their nose up if they like Islas. So I think this could substitute Ardbeg 10 or Lafroig, or maybe a Lagavulin or something, and on a rotation. If that's what you kind of do. So I think that could be in part of the rotation. It would fit in nicely. Alrighty, thank you for watching this episode of Everything Whiskey. If you liked it, leave us a like. If you want to see future episodes, sub to us. Let us know what you think of the new background. Anyway, we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.